You know, it's true. Americans have gotten a lot bigger in the last 50 years. I don't think I fit in there. Hi, Big Dan here. We're going to pick up where we left off last week with the Remember Blake car show. There were so many cars and so many people, we couldn't squeeze them into one video, so we had to make it 2 parts. Come on, let's go talk to some of these fun folks and look at some of these cool cars. Well, we're here with Mike Hill at the Remember Blake car show with his beautiful 41 Willys. Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about this car?
Well, my dream car has always been a 41 Willys coupe. They're the classics. Everybody used to hot rod them and drag race them and run straight axles and those kind of things. And when I built it, I thought that's the way I was going to go, but it turned into this instead. So I did a complete 360 on it and built a Pro Street car with air conditioning and pretty hefty engines. It's got 510 horsepower.
Wow.
Automatic, Ford 9-inch rear end with 373 gears. It was a 12-month project getting her built.
It's built. You knocked it out quick. You had a little bit of help.
I had a lot of good help.
A lot of good help.
It's built on an S10 chassis. It's a heritage body, and it's just a ball to drive.
I bet it is. And us fat guys, we like air conditioning. Tell us again about the air conditioning, Mike.
It's got cold air.
All right, we love to hear it. You love going to these car shows or just driving, or what do you like to do with it? Show it?
I like to drive it, and I especially like showing it off with kids.
That's one thing about these old trucks. You can do anything you want to make them yours. All right, we're here with Jack Forbes and a beautiful 53 Ford panel wagon. You don't see very many of these around. I try to pick the rare ones to bring to you. A lot of these were, in fact, almost all of them were work trucks when they were new, and they were used up, beat up, and thrown away. But Jack found a pretty good example of one, and he restored it to this beauty it is. Tell us a little bit about it, Jack.
I bought this in 2002. Paid about $7,500 for it. Put a new engine and transmission in it. It's got a Mustang 2 front end under it and a 9-inch Ford rear end under the rear. It runs and drives really sweet.
Us fat guys, we like air conditioning. You got air conditioning in this, Jack?
Yes, I do.
Right. All right. Oh no, 460 air or 260 air.
Yes, it is.
Well, it looks like a beauty, and I'm sure you enjoy driving it around. How many miles do you think you've driven it since you've had it done?
A little over 2,000.
Wow. And how long have you had it done?
About 3 years now.
About 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had in something like this. I believe this Blazer's probably been customized a little bit. I don't remember them ever not having windows on the side. This is a 1988. It appears to be lowered and got a pretty cool flame job on it, and it's probably one of a kind. Well, here's one for you Mopar fans, and I know there's a bunch of them out there. Check out this Challenger. 1973. I'm here now with Don Goodwin. He has a 1959 Studebaker Lark 6 two-door station wagon. Now, I know these are a dime a dozen at these car shows. He probably competes against a dozen of them at every car show he goes to. No, you know I'm just kidding. It's pretty rare, isn't it, Don?
Very rare. Very rare car. We take it to South Bend every year, and we've only... Yes, and we've only seen one more up there.
Oh, really? That is rare?
That is rare. And there is not one in the museum.
Okay. Tell us about this car.
This car, we bought it 4 years ago at Auburn. When we brought it home, it was a basket case, didn't run. We stripped it down to bare nothing and started over.
Okay, how long did that take you?
A little over a year, but every night and every weekend. I almost got divorced.
Oh my. Those cars have a tendency to do that sometimes.
They do.
We got an original 6-cylinder engine here?
No, this is an aftermarket in '63.
Okay.
But we went on ahead and put it in because we had it.
Oh, all right. So it's a 6-cylinder inline.
Right, 6-cylinder inline Chevy, exactly.
We got a 3-speed on the tree, or?
Nope, it's a 700 R4, 4-speed.
Oh, okay. Well,
4-speed automatic.
We got a little General Motors overdrive going on in there.
Yes, we do. But it does a real nice job on the road.
Well, that's great. You drive it around a lot each summer?
We do. We do. We take it to South Bend on the trailer, but everything else we try to drive as much as possible.
Well, that sounds like a fun car, and
It is a fun car.
I hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
All right.
You guys have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.
Boy, you just never know what you're going to see at one of these car shows. Check out this 1935 Ford Rat Rod. How about that, folks? It makes every kid want one, doesn't it? Well, we have another awesome car here for you guys to check out. You know, these car shows are for people old, people my age, and young people too. Young Will here has brought his first convertible to the Remember Blake car show. And boy, I sure wish my first car had been a convertible. Let's check this out. Will, tell us a little bit about your car. What kind of motor do you have here? Will says it has a Hemi. I know you probably didn't hear him say that. What's your favorite part about this car, Will? He said he loves the reclining seats. Now, what kind of horsepower does this put out, Will? He said it has 1 mommy power. What's your favorite part about it? It's got auto navigation. All he does is point, and mommy pushes him where he wants to go. Thanks a lot, Will. We really appreciate your time, and enjoy that convertible, okay, buddy? You're welcome. We'll see you next week. Well, now I'm here with Randy Pete and Rusty Scroggum with their 2 beautiful Camaros. Tell us a little bit about your Camaro, where you started with it and so forth, and how you got where you are today.
My Camaro is a 1969 Rally Sport. I've had it for almost 20 years now. I bought it in 1994. It was blue. You can tell where the guy painted it in his front yard. It just have velour seats in it. It just was just not really a basket case, but isn't what it is today. So through high school, my father and I restored it, and we went with the original color. Everything, when the hood's closed, looks original. I haven't done anything with it except for the engine. I did just last year. I had the engine redone with a guy out in Brownsburg, Walt's Hot Rod Shop. Rebuilt my engine for me. But prior to that, the paint's from 1995. The interior was done in 1995. So yeah, I haven't done much with it, but drive it and enjoy it. So
you and your father restored it when you were much younger. If it was 1995, right?
I was 17, 18 years old.
So it's stayed just this beautiful all that time. Yeah. You've done a fantastic job of keeping that car up. I appreciate you bringing it out to the Blake's Car Show.
Thank you.
Okay. Rusty, tell us a little bit about your car.
Okay, it's a 1969 Camaro. Purchased it. It was all in pieces. Brought it home. Trying to figure out how I wanted to build it. I came across an individual that had a wreck
2006 GTO. So I purchased that. I basically gutted that car and used probably 70% of the GTO to build this car. It has the engine, drivetrain, interior, all the bells and whistles that come on an 06 GTO. I did the paint work on it. One individual helped me out, Brian Stanger up in Southport, helped me with the interior. First time out at this car show. It seems to be running good and doing good.
Fantastic. Now, you don't see very many combination. And back in the 50s, you saw a lot of cars that they maybe had a Ford with an Oldsmobile bumper or a Ford with a Mercury engine or something like that, but you don't see a Camaro mixed with a GTO very often, and certainly not a modern GTO, which is the much smaller style. But did you say you brought this home in about 3 truckloads when the Camaro part of it was about 3 truckloads?
Yeah, probably 2 to 3 truckloads, and then all the pieces trying to figure out where they were and where they went.
Yeah, I was wondering if you picked up a piece and said, what the heck is this, once in a while?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, it sure is a beauty, and we appreciate you bringing it out and showing it to us this week. Like he said, it's the first time out, and hopefully it'll get a prize. It sure is a stunning ride, and hope you enjoy it for many years to come.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're here with Sonny Settles and his wife Donna and their beautiful 66 Riviera. Tell us a little bit about this car.
Well, it's been a little restoration. I've been working on it about 3 or 4 years now. But only thing I really done was had it painted, and it was a low rider, but I brought it back up. They had heated the springs up, and that's all it needed was new springs. And everything's original, matching numbers, 47,000 original miles on it. Ain't nothing been touched, you know.
What size motor you got?
425 nail head.
All those nail heads are wicked, aren't they? You got an all original interior in it?
Everything's original on the car except the paint and the way the hood's been louvered and the rims and the steering wheel. It's got a custom steering wheel.
Well, you don't see very many of these, and you certainly don't see very many of them customized like this. All right, now I'm here with Art Ferguson, and he has a beautiful and kind of rare 57 Belvedere. You see a lot of 57 Chevys everywhere, 2-door hardtops, 2-door sedans, but when was the last time you saw a 57 Belvedere? Tell us a little bit about yours, Art.
Well, I bought this up in Iola, Wisconsin at a swap meet, and I'd been looking for one for about 3 or 4 years, and lucky enough, I happened to find this, and I had a trailer behind my motorhome, and I bought it, brought it home, restored it, went through the motor, the transmission, paint job.
Was the car drivable when you bought it?
Yeah, I did drive it, yeah. But okay. You know, it needed some things done to it, and it turned out pretty good. I'm a Chrysler guy anyhow. I like the Chrysler cars because you don't see them.
No, they're pretty rare. They're pretty rare to find anymore. Of course, there was less of them sold than there were the GM products back then. And I kind of have to like the Chryslers too because I work for Chrysler.
Yeah, well,
I do.
That helped your money situation, didn't it?
I sure hope you buy a new Chrysler in your future, okay?
Well, we do. We got an Intrepid right now.
All right.
My wife does.
Well, that wraps up part 2 of our coverage for the Remember Blake Car Show. We talked to a lot of cool people, saw a lot of cool cars. We're going to have this on our website. It'll be on the website by Wednesday. Be sure to check it out. I got to go.